Cameras are expensive, but these 10 gifts for filmmakers are all totally free, and they'll actually help you make better films way more than that sexy new camera will anyways. So I'm excited to save you some cash and show you what's inside. What could it be? Make sure you stick around for number 10. That big boy helped me write a whole feature film script way faster than normal, believe it or not. Oh boy, a library card. Now don't click out. I know what you're thinking already. Old man Kent with his library card. Believe it or not, this card got me my first jobs in film and actually made me a ton of money without even walking into an actual library. How? Because this card gives you access to LinkedIn Learning, used to be lynda.com, which is a website with a ton of awesome, really in-depth courses on post-production and other technical areas of filmmaking and even graphic design, whatever you want to know. I took a couple of long editing courses, which was a crucial part in feeling prepared to start working as a freelance editor and learning essential workflows like multicam editing. And with the library card, you get access to Canopy, which is a streaming platform that has the Criterion collection, so you can show off to your film nerd friends how many Criterion films you've watched. Because I don't know about you, but I'm a huge Janus Films fan. I've been waiting for an excuse to say that for literally years. Besides that, you can check out classic filmmaking books for free, like these. Study them. Books in a library. Who knew? There you go. All right, here's number 2. And no, it's not a megaphone, but if you want something a little more tactical that you can benefit from immediately, then this one might be for you. If the audio in your new short film sounds like this, that's a big problem. It's distracting and your audience is gonna hate listening to something like this. But fortunately, now you can use a free tool to make it sound like this with just a few clicks. Isn't that crazy? So here's what it sounds like before, here's what it sounds like after. Adobe recently introduced this new AI voice enhancer into Premiere, but it's also free on their website even without having any of their software. And this thing is the biggest gift for production audio cleanup I've seen in years. You hear that? Big news, folks. I've even gone back into the trailer for my first feature film to clean up the dialogue just for fun. Check this out. He's staring right at me.
You never hear about the bad things.
He's been staring right at me.
You never hear about the bad things.
By the way, Adobe isn't sponsoring this video. I'm just a big fan of this tool. Actually, nobody is sponsoring this video, so I'm gonna sponsor this video with the next free tool. I don't talk about this much on the channel for some reason, but I've actually been offering this for free for years. It's my simple film production binder template. I use this Google Sheets template as the starting point for literally every short film I make. It just helps me brain dump everything on this to-do list here, and I can organize them by priority with colors. I can even delegate them to other producers or team members. Plus, you have all these other tabs for producing tasks like budgeting, figuring out locations, sorting out contact info, even making call sheets, which is a huge time saver in and of itself. And even better than that, it's free. Join my email list and you'll get it immediately. I'll also send you my film festival submission spreadsheet, which has names, links, submission fees, deadlines for a ton of reputable film festivals. This is the exact spreadsheet I used when I was submitting my short film Will the Machine to festivals, and I can't imagine doing a big film festival run without it. I'll send you that spreadsheet a couple days after the production binder, so just click the link below or in the description to join my email list and you will get those freebies ASAP. You know what part of filmmaking is probably the most important and should always be free? Writing. Pen and paper is free, but it's a little slow, and programs like Final Draft, they work well, but they're too pricey for just a glorified word processor, and so are most of the alternatives, honestly. But Writer Solo is a nice alternative because it's free and actually very feature rich. You can just pull up a page in your web browser and start typing away right there. Just make sure that you watch out for saving your work, because they won't do it for you automatically like Google Docs will, but they do give you some options to save to Google Drive or Dropbox automatically every few minutes though, if you set that up. So just make sure you set that up. But what if you're not much of a pen and paper type of writer? Well, if you'd rather talk it out, then this workflow is pretty sick and free. I use a free app called iEco, which automatically transcribes any audio recording and does a really good job at giving me an accurate transcription. I really love no-nonsense single-purpose apps like this. It just works, it's free, it's fast, it's accurate, works with any audio recording you made in any app. So for a film, imagine just sitting back, opening up the voice memo app on your phone and talking out all your scene ideas, your characters, your moments as you think of them. Then later you throw that voice memo recording into Aiko. Take the transcript that Aiko spits out, you throw that into ChatGPT to summarize and format all the ideas that you came up with into bullet points by category like character, scene, shot, tone, etc. And then it's like you had a writer assistant listening along and organizing all your ideas for you the whole time. Give it up for technology! Now you probably have one of these sitting around your house right now. What I like to do is grab it, take a good long look into it and ask myself,
You really think you deserve to be a filmmaker? You're pathetic. Scorsese's had wet farts with more creativity than you'll ever muster.
wait a minute, that's not what I meant to do. Mirrors are probably the coolest no-budget lighting gear out there. You can harness and redirect the strongest light in our solar system in creative ways like this. You can angle the mirror, you can shoot sunlight through windows, you could cut the light with foliage or cardboard cutouts you make. Get creative.
A bit late for that, isn't it, you no-talent piece of
If you're ready to make a film, but you don't have a fancy camera, this channel is kind of all about why you don't need all the fancy gear to make something good. Your storytelling ability is actually way more valuable than the electronic device that you're capturing the story on. And the best way to improve that storytelling ability is to practice. And the easiest way to practice is to pick up the camera that you always have with you and start filming a movie. This newish free app from Blackmagic Design gives you full control of how you shoot that footage, giving you many of the features of real video cameras like LUTs, manual exposure, manual focus, frame rate, etc. right at your fingertips. So gone are the days of paying for a lifetime license for Filmic Pro and then having them switch to a subscription model and realizing you'll never get updates on that anymore. Thank you Blackmagic for stepping up for filmmakers once again. Even if you have a fancy camera already, try it out. It's free. Ah yes, number 8. Hypnotize or brainwash your friends into wanting to make movies with you. If you can get even one friend to get on board with this crazy idea you have for a film, everything is going to happen much faster, more easily, and it'll be more fun. This one probably sounds like a cop-out to pad this list.
You couldn't even come up with 10 good examples for this lazy listicle video.
But really, this is the most important thing on the list. It's like I said in that gas video I made in the desert. At the end of the day, gear is usually just a form of procrastination or a distraction for most of us. Collaborators and the actual ideas you come up with together are what makes the narrative film world go round. How do you find them? Well, hopefully your enthusiasm and excitement gets them excited to jump on board. So if you want to get more excited about making films, then you're going to want this next one. I don't upload YouTube videos maybe as often as I should, but fortunately, every single Friday morning I send out an email with a practical lesson that will help you make better films, inspire you, and connect you to other active filmmakers. Mainly me, but also 7,000 other filmmakers are reading it. And best of all, it's free. It's called Friday Film Notes, and if you join my email list for the production binder template, etc., you'll start getting this once a week. Unsubscribe whenever you want, but if you like these videos, you're gonna like the emails too. I put a lot of time into them. I make sure that each one is chock full of practical value you can actually use to make better movies. Sign up today. Here's that link again. Now it's time for big freebie number 10 that somehow helped me write a feature film script in record time. What could it be?
Wait a minute, a $500 check? Kent, that's the opposite of free.
Wrong. This qualifies for this list because the trick is you can't let anyone actually cash the check. What the hell am I talking about? Here's how it works. Set a goal with a deadline. Write a big check. Not a big check like a novelty oversized check, a small check but for a big amount. Hand that check to someone that you trust but definitely don't want to give that much money to. Tell them, hey, if I don't finish my goal by this deadline, you have to cash that check and keep the money. So a few years back, I gave my roommate a check just like this and told him that if I didn't finish a first draft of my feature script in exactly 30 days, he had to go out and cash that check, no matter how much I begged him or what my excuse was. And since there was no way in hell I was gonna just give my roommate $500, I got that screenplay finished in just under a month. He gave me back the check, and I got to do this. Right in front of his face. Now, would I have finished that script without doing this motivation hack? Probably. Would I have finished it that fast? Absolutely not. The problem I struggle with is perfectionism, so for me, this hack was mainly there to force my brain to prioritize finishing the first draft instead of trying to make it perfect, which I think is kind of a foolish thing to do for a first draft anyway. All right, that's it for this one. Time to clean up my office. Thank you to me and my weekly newsletter for sponsoring this video. Did you sign up yet? Did you sign up yet? Did you sign up yet? That's the you haven't signed up yet alarm. Did you sign up yet?